Hello everyone, I want to share with you how to recreate the synth parts from the Flume song Space Cadet. So we're using Sylenth1, and we're starting off with the initial preset. So first slide the polyphony up to 4. Next choose free sine waves. Now slide the attack just a little bit to 0.2 and slide the release up to 0.6. Next we need a high pass filter, 12 dB, and slide the cutoff to 176 and leave the resonance and drive buttons the way they were. Now slide this lower cutoff to about 30 Hz. And slide this key track button to about 6. Turn on this warm drive button. Now next we need some reverb. Put the width to 100% and put the dry wet function to about 28%. I'll just increase the volume a little bit. Now next add some compression. 4:1 ratio will do. Now that's our arpeggio sound. Let's move on to the chord sound. Open up Sylenth1 and choose the initial preset. Now let's slide the polyphony all the way up. For this sound we need free sine waves. We need to slightly detune them to about 1.4. So increase the attack slightly to 0.6. Put the release to 1.7. And we need a band pass filter now. 12 dB. Put the cutoff to about 40 Hz. And next we need a chorus. We don't need the dual mode. Increase the delay time to 13 milliseconds. Put the rate up to 0.7. Put the depth to about 40%. The feedback to about 15%. The width almost all the way up. And the dry wet function to 100%. Now we need some reverb. You can just leave everything the way it was, except the dry wet function, it needs to be at 40%. Now that's our chord sound. Let's move on to the bass sound. Open up the initial preset in Sylenth1. Put the octave at -1. We need the polyphony at 1. And we need a sine wave and make it free. Let's detune them to about 2.4. Put the stereo like this. Increase the attack just barely. And increase the release to 0.5. We need a low pass filter. 24 dB. The cutoff needs to be at 53 Hz. Put the drive to 3. Now put the lower cutoff to 176. Increase the resonance a bit to 2. And let's add some distortion. So choose the overdrive function. Put the amount button to 1.8 and the dry wet function to 100%. Next we need a little bit of reverb. So put the pre-delay at about 50 milliseconds. Leave the damp and put the size to about 6. The width to about 50% and the dry wet function to about 20%. Now let's add some compression in the ratio of 4:1. Put the threshold to -18. The attack at 13 milliseconds and put the release time to about 220. Let's just increase the volume a little bit. That's our bass sound. Now, if you learned something from this video, make sure to give it a like button and leave a comment and tell me what you think. There will be more synth tutorials coming up, so you might as well subscribe to stay tuned. Also, feel free to check my other synth tutorial videos that I did. I'll link them on the screen.